Remember that South Park episode where Gerald turns himself into a dolphin? Of course, we all do. And I'm all for you changing gender or even species as long as it makes you happy and as long as it's your body, not your pet's. That should actually go without saying, but apparently not. You see, in 1984, an actual self-proclaimed wizard got a patent approved to surgically create unicorns. Yeah, you heard that right. A legal method to make unicorns. To quote the actual patent abstract, and I swear I'm not making this up, this invention relates to a method of growing unicorns in a manner that enhances the overall development of the animal. And of course, the US Patent Office was like, seems legit. But here's the real kicker. The patent doesn't just claim these surgeries give you a cool looking animal. No, it says they actually make the animal smarter. And wait until you hear how this type of surgery supposedly turned an ordinary bull into the real gigachad of the pasture. So who's the mastermind behind this unicorn patent? It's Timothy Zell, who later rebranded as Oberon Zell-Ravenheart, also known of course as the Wizard Oz. And yeah, as you can probably tell from his name and this screenshot, the guy is a full-blown rabbit hole. First off, he's a self-described wizard who co-founded the Church of All Worlds, which is based on a fictional religion from a sci-fi novel. He also pioneered modern polyamory, as wizards and people in leadership positions tend to do. And now he's the founder and former headmaster of an actual online wizard school, the Grey School of Wizardry, which is partially inspired by Hogwarts. Yes, that Hogwarts. And their curriculum includes stuff like herbalism, cosmology, dark arts, and alchemy. And of course, their school seal features a unicorn. In 1976, Zell claimed he discovered the secret of the unicorn. But he wasn't actually the first. Let's rewind to 1933. Biologist Dr. W. Franklin Dove at the University of Maine created the original unibull by relocating horn buds on a day-old calf. And here's where it gets wild according to Dove's observations. His unicorn bull mysteriously became the herd leader and developed an abnormally docile personality. He basically became the gigachad amongst his peers. One horn to rule them all. And Zell basically took this research, ran with it, and commercialized it. So according to the patent, if you want to DIY a unicorn, this is how you do it. So let's break it down like an IKEA manual. First, you have to select the right animal, of course. And the patent illustrations obviously show goats, but Oberon wasn't picky and he didn't want to limit himself to goats. He wrote, usually the procedure has been performed only upon cattle, antelopes, sheep, and goats. Secondly, you need an animal less than a week old, because that's when the horn buds are still only attached to the skin, not the skull. So for the surgery itself, we have to make some incisions, basically play origami with the flaps of skins, then flip the horns to the middle of the forehead, right above the pineal gland. And the patent actually includes 4 slightly different surgical techniques, each with detailed diagrams. And according to Zell, the resulting unicorns were certainly beautiful. Their coats were iridescent white in the sunlight, with the texture of satin, and their long manes were like cloud fluff. So, okay, we get it. Unicorns are lit and pretty, but it gets even crazier. The patent makes an absolutely wild claim. Normal horns on the side of the head restrict expansion of the cranial area and therefore limit intelligence. So apparently by moving the horns to the center above the pineal gland, which the patent dramatically calls the master gland, supposedly that creates a more intelligent and controllable animal, at least according to tests. What tests? Who knows, but the patent was granted anyways. Unfortunately, the procedure wasn't some obscure oddity. These unicorns actually became a genuine sensation of the 80s, and Zell and his wife Morning Glory established a full-fledged unicorn farm. Their star attraction was a unicorn goat named Lancelot. which even toured with the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. And the greatest show on earth allegedly called it their most financially successful attraction ever. Zell even wrote in a blog post, "Decades later, we still hear from people whose lives were transformed by their encounter with the impossible dream, made manifest, and the epiphany that if unicorns can be real, then anything is possible." So researching this topic really seems to blur the line between science, myth, and wizardry. Personally, I'm just really relieved that the real-life unicorn trend has mostly vanished. Even if the procedure isn't more painful than standard livestock horn removal, that hardly justifies it. So let the goats be goating and the bulls be bullying. If you still want to indulge yourself in the magic of the unicorn, just visit a furry convention or stick to unicorn burgers or simply adopt a narwhal. Narwhals are way more fun anyways. I mean, they have a horn which is actually a tooth, which can grow up to 10 feet.